Well, with that, Joe, go back and watch the video. I spoke to the Herman Cain campaign yesterday. He did not endorse you. He did not endorse you. We need people with integrity. When you get an endorsement, they endorse you.
That's true.
He did not endorse you. You know it. It's going to come back to bite you in the ass.
First of all, the Herman Cain video, Hank produced that specifically to raise money for a fundraiser that we just held. And anyone that can watch that understands that Herman Cain supports my campaign.
I agree. Does he endorse you?
You know, you can call it what you want, but anyone watching that, I don't think anyone watching that can figure that is anything other than an endorsement.
Really? No.
I'm a smart guy. I already answered it. 100% before I was inaugurated, I'd be lobbying Paul Ryan to be on the budget committee, unless, of course, he's the new vice president. But I got to go back, so I've answered that question. This is where the blue shirts are going to boo me. So prepared, family. Karen talked about holding congressional members accountable. She also said, and push for term limits. How do you hold someone accountable when you would lead the charge to change the Constitution to make Congress 4-year terms instead of 2-year terms? Right now, you're doing a bad job. We're going to get rid of you in 2 years. God bless America. Karen wants to give them 4 years because it's hard campaigning after only 6 months in office. That's ridiculous. Hold them accountable, and you have these facts. I've been charged with throwing up libelous things. Go on doyouknowkaren.com, and you'll see everything sourced. She would fight. She would fight for 4-year terms, and it's sourced. All right? 4-year terms.
What about your arrest?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about my arrest. Can I talk about my arrest? Every single charge was dismissed. I've had my ex-wife.
30 seconds, time expired, time expired.
Sit down. Bully!
Okay. 30-second rebuttal for Karen.
You're the moderator. Can't you keep some kind of semblance of order here?
Testing. I've been to Washington, D.C. probably 5 or 6 times. I've spoken with the congressmen and women that serve from our state, many of them which have endorsed me. In discussing with them, I do support term limits. They said to me, Karen, it's very difficult. Once you're elected, you're right back to campaigning. And their exact answer to me was, I'd like to go to Washington and do the job the American people voted me there to do. And if we had term limits of 2 4-year terms, people like Nancy Pelosi would already have been fired.
I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to defend my honor. There was a great veteran, patriot, John Rambo. His words were, "You drew first blood." Okay? I have 3 college interns here. I've told them you will always treat the opponent with respect, anyone that's working for me. While I stood up here, I was called bully, I think asshole by this nice young lady up here. Okay? Let's talk about my arrest. 13 days after I announced my candidacy, 13 days after I announced my candidacy, mugshots were flying around. I'm not a perfect man. I'm proud of everything I've done in my life. I've made mistakes. My son Jason, who's here tonight, unfortunately his parents went through a divorce. I have never, ever shown any violence towards any woman, and I'll stand by that till my grave. My ex-wife, speaks on my behalf, is the mother of my 3 children, has endorsed me, support me, and thank you all very much, because you prepared me for my race against Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Thank you.
Okay, so at this point, we're going to start with our closing statements. We're going to start, as we did before, with Mr. Kaufman. Mr. Kaufman, you have 2 minutes for your closing statement.
And with regards to buying the election, we need somebody that pushes for the ideals that are needed in Congress, not someone that wants to buy the election with either their own money or loans that they get into their campaigns.
I have a great deal of respect for Janine. She says she knows how Washington works. I know how Washington works as well. It doesn't. And I think Joe may have been referring to me when he says I'm trying to buy the election. In the past 6 weeks, I've sent out 6 direct mail pieces. Every single time we produce a mail piece and I go to pay the vendor, they have never asked me once if it's from a donor or if it's my money. So if it takes my money to defeat Debbie Wasserman Schultz, every single day of the week and twice on Sunday, I'll do it. Okay? I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I'm proud of what I've earned. And I will use it to defeat Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And when Karen says, name recognition, she was here before. If that's the case, John McCain should run again. And he came a lot closer than 22 points. Okay? So there's going to be a new day. I will defeat Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and I will put whatever of my personal financial resources to do it, and I will never apologize. I have more money in my campaign now than everyone else on this stage combined. And guess what? Before August 14th, I'm going to use it.
Thank you, Juan. I think he brought up a very good point. I don't think money can ever buy character. And if you're looking for the right candidate, the one that can beat Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I truly believe it's me, Karen Harrington. And yes, I have the name ID. Yes, I ran before. But regardless of that fact, I believe I'm the one that's vested in this community, that has the experience, that has the commitment. I have the organization within my campaign, I have the endorsements, the volunteers, and I am the one up here that has raised the most money in this election. We don't need experience in Washington, we don't need a whole lot of money. We need someone who's going to take her on toe for toe and call her out for all of the failed policies of this administration. And if you want someone that understands your life, your business life, your personal life, and that's committed to this race as I have been for 2.5 years, I certainly hope that if I earned your vote in 2010, I hope that I have earned it now, because respect is something you earn, you never ask for. And I hope I can count on your vote on August 14th, because I believe this is the year that we will win District 23.